What up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the 4th level of hell and sent us down to the 7th level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's how I do this song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all of this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitch was going to, I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitch was probably up in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had it on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yala Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Give me up in my DMs, I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy. I'm here. I'm coming. Give me a second. Y'all know I never be ready. Y'all, I don't know why y'all surprised. Y'all know, listen, trying to make sure I'm set up for y'all. They got butter from the duck today. Lord. When I tell you these people worked the shit out of me today, they worked the shit out of me today. But we here. We are here. Chicken. Get your chicken here. All right. We are here to make it happen. Captain. Let me get on camera. Make sure that I can be seen. All right. No, don't do that. All right. Here I go. Oh, I got to turn on the light, huh? We need a light, don't we? Oh, got to keep the lights on. Lord. Okay. All right. For real this time. Okay. Lights, cameras, action. What is going on? What is up? my wonderful pupils. We are in the building. We are here. We are making it do what it do. Making it do what it do. How are you all today? I am well. I hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. I certainly have had an interesting Tuesday. A busy Tuesday is what I had. Where did I go? Oh shit. I'll get it later. Anyway, we're gonna get to all of the things today. Y'all know we have a lot of stuff to break down. Mm. And we will do that as only we can. Mm. Anyway, let me say hi to y'all. Now we're gonna get started. We already late. We ain't got a lot of time to play around. We're gonna get right down to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Hey Errol. Hey, 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 hey. What is going on? Tracy W, how are you, my love? Tracy C is in the building. Morgan, how are you? Cassandra, Sweet Pea, Cajun, how you doing today? Please act right. David, how you doing today, bruh? What is going on? L Love, my love. Thank you so much for your cash app yesterday. L Love sent a donation yesterday, and I want to thank her publicly for her donation yesterday. Thank you so much. Hey, TJ. What's going on, Yana? Patty Duke, what is up? Heels, lipstick, and guns, boss lady. How you doing? What do you think about Project 2025? I'm not sure if you already covered this. Well, we know what Project 2025 is. It's a manifesto for the Republican Party to, do away with our democracy and all of our rights. We've been screaming this for the last 2 or 3 years now. We've been screaming this for the last 2 or 3 years on this platform. But hello to you, my love. Okay, I always act right. Montrez, what's good, bruh? I'm not putting out no I'm not putting nothing out. I'm not putting nothing on Instagram. I'm not putting nothing on IG. We just here. Those who come in, come in. Those who don't, listen. Catch the replay. We ain't got that type of time. We got to get right down to it. So, if you ready to get this party started, go ahead and put a shondo in the chat if you are ready to go ahead and get this party started. Because I'm ready to go ahead and get this party started. I hope that you are as well. How I'm gonna get this party started? I ain't even got the dossier open. Dear God, let me get the dossier opened up for y'all. I'm over here talking about I'm ready to get this party started. I ain't even got the dossier open. Lord, I'm all over the place today, y'all. All over the place. Work consumed me today. All right. Let's get our screen up. All right, let's hit it. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, it's time, of course, for our Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like. Major Sugar Spike.
So love now, I want to fight. Daddy gave his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. We are back again, back in the saddle, back at it, talking about all of the things, breaking things down. Hey, Miss Baythang, glad you could make it with us today. So let's update you on the last 24 hours. So, Kamala update. She has secured enough delegates
to win the nomination, all within her first full day of her campaign. I told you all, I um I expressed to you all on Sunday that this thing would happen pretty quickly because they needed to leave no room for any type of, wavering or any doubt. I told y'all this would happen quickly. I said within Monday and Tuesday, all of this would happen. And like clockwork, all of it happened. States have already pledged their delegates to her. She has already secured enough delegates needed to win the nomination on the first ballot. So that's a done deal. She will be the Democratic nominee. She will be on the ballot. There's that. So that happened yesterday. We know that they had the 44,000 black women on the call Sunday night. Last night, there was a call with black men. There were over 45,000 of them on there. There was over $1.5 million pledged just last night during that call with the 45,000 black men that was on that call. She has already raised, by some accounts, over $100 million within the first 48 hours of her campaign. So this is happening really quickly. Really, really quickly. Today we had the Democratic leadership in the form of Hakeem Jeffries, minority leader of the House of Representatives, and Chuck Schumer, majority leader of the Senate. They both came out, gave full-throated endorsements of Kamala Harris today. So all of the boxes are being checked. Hey, Universal Goddess. Hey, Sharice. Hey, everybody coming in. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button so people know that we here. And things like that. Okay. So, but just like we can probably imagine, just as and I'll get back to the Democratic Party in just a second. We have the other side of it. We're getting all of the backlash from the racists, bigots, and discriminatory people. She's being called a nigga hard ER. She's being called the DEI hire, because we know that in 2024 you don't say nigger hard ER, you say DEI, and that equates to you being called nigger with the hard ER. Just telling you what I know. So she's been called that. There are people, hey Fran, what's going on? There are people that are saying, you had JD Vance yesterday that went off on a whole tirade all about Mountain Dew, saying that, oh, I drank Mountain Dew today, so people gonna start calling me racist. I don't even know what that was about and what that came from. Hey, tacos and tequila. I mean, I got the reference in the context, him saying that no matter what he does, he'll be called a racist. But he was saying, well, I guess I had Mountain Dew today, so I'll be a racist for that. No, you're a racist because that's what you are. That's what your history says. And that's what your rhetoric says. And that's what your actions have said over the last umpteen years. You're a staunch racist, a bigot, a xenophobe, a misogynist, and overall fucked up ass person. Hey, Ravine, what's going on? The Mountain Dew is just an added thing. You also, and I'm sure you all are seeing it on Facebook. I'm sure you're seeing it on Twitter. I'm sure you're seeing it on Instagram. I'm sure you're seeing it on TikTok. You have the our own community in the form of right, then married to a whole Indian woman. I'm trying to make that make sense too, Jim Buddy. How you doing 1984? That shit doesn't make sense. But you don't have to make sense with these people. They're calling this woman a DEI hire. Mind you, the person, their demagogue that they're backing was never has no political experience. None at all. Never had anything to do with politics. Has not one shred of success in anything that he's done in his life except be racist. And she's the DEI hire. Because it sounds like to me affirmative action worked for him because they needed, because for president you need your requisite number of white men in the race. Donald Trump was a rich white heterosexual Christian man, and so he fit the affirmative action that you need for president, and that's how he got there. He's the whole DEI. Anyway, the other people who you're seeing pushback on is the Hotep community, the red pill community, those people who fall in line with Dr. Umar Johnson and his level brand of fuck shit and fuckery. You have those gentlemen who are all over Al Gore's good internet screaming from the rooftops, she never did nothing for black people, so she ain't gonna do nothing for us now. Well, that's not exactly true. Hey, crazy homebody girl. She has done a lot for black people in her in her, you know, expansive career. But these are people who want to find any way to castigate someone with XX chromosomes. So the fact, so for these people, those people who are screaming from the rooftops, oh, she locked up thousands of black men. Oh, she never did nothing for black people. Oh, da da. These are people who have not fact checked. These are people who have not learned to read. These are people who have yet to do any research on this lady and her career. They're just going with what they've heard and what are talking points they've read others in their segment of the population throw out and lie about all over social media. I'm just saying. Lord. I have heard that, Patty Duke. I have heard, because let's be clear. At this point, they had Trump picked JD Vance with the understanding that Joseph Robinette would be the contender. Now that doesn't help him because you have at the top of the ticket someone who can with surgical and diamond-like precision undress Donald Trump in a debate, and she's going to pick someone who likewise in a debate with JD Vance will probably have a much better track record, a better career, and will do the same thing to JD Vance in a debate. Let's be clear, JD Vance is only 39 years old. He was only picked because he's a staunch racist. He leans well into the MAGA side of the aisle, and clearly Donald Trump felt like I could just pick anybody, because if you really were being strategic, why, and wanted to really lean into your base that hard, why would you pick somebody who has a whole Indian wife? Because he's finna go out here saying all of the racist, xenophobic, bigoted stuff about immigrants, about people of color, and all of this, but you go home every night and stick your white peen up in your brown wife. Make it make sense. The people down at Fox News still can't pronounce your wife's name. The people down to the Fox News still can't even pronounce your wife's name. I'm just saying. Hey, Gabby. Hey, El Sid. Hey, Danny. So when you see these people on Facebook, and Danny and Sharice, and I have some others that are they live in California. They've seen what the lady has done when she's in California. So to say she hasn't done anything for black people, she doesn't care about black people, or she's out here doing everything in her power to put black people in jail is just stupid and it's wrong. They can say Stormy Daniels just fine. You're right about that. Wait, you're right about that, Tracy. Hey, Pinky Tiki. The woman was a prosecutor, is a career prosecutor. The woman's job was to prosecute people who broke the law. If your ass break the law, there stands a chance that your ass is going to be prosecuted for it. And when you really, really look into it, she made it a point during her time, both as district attorney as well as attorney general for the great state of California, to mitigate having people go to jail for things like marijuana possession, or different things that more so affected black men, black women, and black people. She went out of her way to make sure that she developed pathways and things with which to have them not go to jail, have them not have to, serve years and years in prison, having programs set up for people when they get out of jail to rehabilitate them and get them back into the workforce and being able to be a productive citizen. So for all of these people, I told y'all yesterday, we were here yesterday. What did I tell you? The people screaming about Kamala Harris locking up black men and all of this stuff are people who were not going to vote anyway, or we're going to shut up and fall in line when the time came. But these people are unlearned. They just shout shit from the rooftop because they think that they can get a few extra likes on freaking Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Danny says she was on the call with 10,000 California women last night. I was on the call last night what they had with all of the black men and black organizations. I was on that call. It was a powerful thing. It was so empowered. There were 45,000 plus black men on the StreamYard. And then I looked at it on Twitter. There was like 20,000 at one point on Twitter watching it as well. The StreamYard shut the shit down and said, we can't accept no more people. And they raised $1.5 million in a matter of hours. We were on there at 8. And when they called it out, I think it was like 11:30. So that was in like 3.5 hours. They had raised $1.5 million. The black men, because they were like, we're not going to let our black women outdo us. We got to be here for her. And I was here for it. It was a beautiful. You saw the who's who of black men that are well connected, even though now I got to give Roland Martin, he hosted it, but even though he had an absorbent number of alphas on there, I felt like it was a whole, damn near probate show for alpha, even though there were some of my frat brothers that came through too, but it was just too many alphas and he called them all out. It was a damn mess. Hey Paul, what's going on? But the call last night was great. Hearing some of the messaging, hearing some of the things that black men were saying, hearing how, hey, what's going on, DC Kool-Aid? Hearing how black men said, no, we're going to stand up and support this black woman, because the strongest thing that a black man can do is to stand behind and be the support and backbone for a black woman who chooses to lead, was great. You heard people likening what was going on that call last night to what they saw and heard and experienced in 1995 during the Million Man March. And they've pledged to do this a few more times even before the debate. Sellers, that's my boy. He started crying. Y'all know I'm not one for crying. But he was out there. He gave his testimony and started crying, and it was great. Yeah, they had like 800 in 1 hour. In the first hour, they had over 800,000 in the first hour. First hour. Um. So it was a great experience. Last night, just a great experience. I believe Roland Martin still has it on his YouTube channel. It was like 4+ hours where you could watch the whole thing. So y'all go and do that. And they're not done. Black people are not done. I'm telling you right now, remember, the foundation, let's just call it what it is. The foundation of the Black community has been, and all probably always will be, our Black women. And our Black women showed up and showed out in 2008 like no other. What the hell do you think is about to happen in the year of our Lord 2024? Do you not know how I told y'all the Black community is going to do what it needs to do. I would venture to tell you there will be a larger support, especially by Black women, but I could see a larger support by the Black community. There could probably be more Black votes for Kamala than you saw for Obama in 2008. I'm being honest. I'm not being hyperbolic. And please don't think that I just slurp and drink from the Kamala Harris Kool-Aid, because she does have policies that I don't necessarily agree with, but I understand the moment. And if you remember in 2008, like I told someone today, we didn't have a Donald Trump in 2008. We didn't have a threat to all that we know is democracy. Joe Biden was running against John McCain, who in most circles is seen as the liberal list of liberal Republicans, and who believes in all parts of our democracy. Kamala Harris is running against a movement that is trying to destroy everything that we know about freedom and rights. So we didn't have Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade was still on the books in 2020, in 2008. We have Roe v. Wade to fight for. We have LGBTQ plus rights to fight for. We have the fact that left to themselves, these people would have us back in chains and shackles. Hell, when JD Vance went to a campaign stop last night, one of the people got on the freaking mic and said that if Trump loses, there will be a civil war. That came out of his mouth. I've been screaming that since 2000. Since the year of our Lord, 2020, have I not on this platform been saying we are on the precipice of a civil war? I have been screaming this. So let's be clear. I could really see a larger turnout by Black people than we saw in 2008. Let me also say that the white people, the people descended from the Caucasus Mountains, have also fallen their asses in line. They done got in line as well. They understand. Some of them may have the right intentions. Some of them may not. But it's all we need you to do is fall in line. Whatever your intentions are, get your ass in line and vote. That's all we need you to do. Tacos and tequila. We got the voting, the John Lewis Voting Right Act. We have the George Floyd act. That we got a lot of stuff we need to do. We have to think about the fact that this Supreme Court needs to be a whole overhaul of the Supreme Court of the United States of America, a complete and utter overhaul. It needs to be stacked. There needs to be term limits. There needs to be some ethics. governing these people, because right now it's a fucking three-ring circus. Now, Kamala had a campaign stop today in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I watched all of her, all of what she said. She was up there for about 15 good minutes. What I love about what she did in those 15 minutes, yes, she started off. She went. It was like, as an English teacher and a rhetorician, someone who studied English language, someone who studies rhetoric, and who could probably do a whole rhetorical analysis on what she said. She followed the steps. She started by thanking President Joseph Robinette Biden for what he done. She leaned in on that and said all of the great things that he did. She then talked about Donald Trump and how horrible he was, and what a contrast from him she is, and how she's best equipped to defeat him. And then she ended by saying, this is not just about defeating Donald Trump. This is about things that need to get done in this country. Great way to do that. Great messaging. She hit all of the points, all of the spots you need to hit, because what we don't want you to do is sit there and go on a 20-minute diatribe about Donald Trump, because this is not just about defeating Donald Trump. This is about the fact that, because Donald Trump has not been in office for the last 4 years, but over the last 4 years, we have seen state after state strip us of right after right after right. So this is nothing to do with just Donald Trump. This is everything to do with this country that we call the United States, which have yet to be united. You said they had Trump billboards everywhere. Don't worry, the billboards are coming. The billboards are coming. They have money now. The billboards will be coming. So we have to certainly galvanize. I love the way that this is going, the way that this looks, but this is going to be a fight. This is certainly going to be a fight. We have to push. One of the things I heard on the call last night is we definitely need to push back when these people come out here, especially our people. We talk about black people. When we hear our people saying all types of wrong, ill-informed things and rhetoric and preaching the wrong things, we have to immediately come against it. We have to immediately call it out. Another thing that they said on the call was, don't engage when you see posts and things that are blatantly wrong or giving misinformation. Don't engage with it. Don't click the like button. Matter of fact, don't click the dislike button, because whether or not you click like or dislike, it puts it into the algorithm. Misinformation is going into the algorithm, and a lot of it is devoted toward black people. A lot of it is devoted toward black men, because they know a lot of these people are so quickly and easily ill-informed. So when you see stuff like that, do not engage. Do not engage the hostiles. So that was one thing that was said. Another thing that came out today, former Attorney General Eric Holder and his law firm Covington and Burling will handle the vetting process for her vice president. Right now, Roy Cooper, Josh Shapiro, and Governor Roy Cooper, Governor Josh Shapiro. Roy Cooper is of North Carolina. Josh Shapiro is of Pennsylvania. And Arizona Senator Mark Kelly are among Democrats who have been asked to submit information about their finances, family histories, and other personal details. And this is according to two people familiar with the process with regard to her choosing a running mate. I'm not saying that's all of them, but those three names have been leaked as names of people who have been asked to submit information. A name that I've heard over the last 12 to 24 hours that made me go, hmm, hmm, is Representative Raskin. Representative Raskin's name. And that's Representative Jamie Raskin. Um, his name has been thrown out there out of the great state of Maryland as a possible running mate. And when I thought about it, unwritten rules and reactions, we ain't gonna identity politics isn't going to work on black people this time. I don't nobody said anything. See, it's stuff like this. This is exactly what we're talking about. These are the bots that you'll see coming in. And if it's not a bot, this is the type of information that's completely wrong because nobody's running on identity politics except for the other side. The other side is using identity politics, not not the left. It's the other side. But back to what we were saying. Um Jamie Raskin, I thought about it, is a great name. Jamie Raskin, remember, was on the impeachment on the team that did the impeachment of Donald Trump, if you remember. Jamie Raskin is phenomenally gifted and intelligent. Um Jamie Raskin also is liked by all parties. The progressives love Jamie Raskin. The establishment Dems love Jamie Raskin. So within all of the major Democratic circles, he checks all of the boxes. I I I don't know that Jamie Raskin would do it. If you remember, Jamie Raskin could have run for that open Senate seat in out of the great state of Maryland, but chose not to because he said he wanted to stay in the House of Representatives so he could continue to be the chair of the oversight committee. So um I said that would be a great name, Representative Jamie Raskin. I'd love to see that. Um, you know, but we'll see. Mm. But I heard that name. And I said I'll bring that to my people because some of y'all are into this kind of stuff like I am. So you like to hear these names. So I didn't even think about Jamie Raskin until I heard it mentioned last night. I was like, oh, that'd be a great pick, Jamie Raskin. Um, so anyway, in more news, let me see if I got all of the major updates. I think that's all of my major updates. Also, I guess since y'all like us so much, I guess I gotta give this point. God help us, Lord. Oh, Lord. I mean, no, let me not sound bad about this. Kudos to you, Beyond Skank. Beyond Skank has given Kamala permission to use her music during the campaign. She gave a full-throated endorsement and support and her support toward um Vice President Harris. That's good, Beyonce Skank. I'm proud of you. I don't hate Beyonce. I just hate you Beehive people. It's the Beehive for me. It's you people who are part of the Beehive that get on my nerves. Okay, she'll be Beyonce today, Bap. Bap, I got you. I will call you Beyonce today. I mean, for me, if I don't come up with a nickname and a term of endearment for you, I mean, I don't really care for you. If I'm just saying. Um, Beyonce and her team are full throated behind Vice President Harris. I had no doubt that she would be. You know, her and her husband, the Carters, they got a lot of money, so I'm sure they'll be writing a sizable check to the campaign. I already know that. It's people already saying they're reserving hotel rooms in DC just in case. I ain't got to worry about reserving the hotel room because I got an ex-boyfriend that lives there as well as my best friend lives there. And if all else fails, I will sleep on Really B's couch. So between my best friend, my ex-boyfriend, and Really B, I got more than enough places to stay. If this happens and we go to the inauguration, we gonna have a big old party at Really B house. That's what we're gonna do. We just gonna throw a real big party down to Really B house. Y'all can let her know I said that when we going on over there for the tribe meeting. Let her know that I said that. That is already etched in stone. The party is gonna be at Really B house. I said X. I didn't say I was with him. What you mean I would not be a Really B? I done already been to her house. Me and Really B are friends for real. Just say play. This is for real. I've been to her house. She's been to my house. I'm just saying. I mean, if y'all go out and vote and this happens, that means we all gotta make our way to DC and we gonna have a big blowout party at Really B house. I ain't ask her nothing. Yeah, I ain't gotta ask her. I know where she live at. Just saying. Lord. I mean, it might not be at her house. We might find somewhere to do it, you know. I'm just saying. Ain't gonna have her get doxxed by y'all. Anyway. Patty Duke said, I'm already here, DC. So you ain't gotta tell me nothing. LC said, I'm gonna stay home. Listen, I remember at Obama's inauguration, it was so goddamn cold. Child. Right, party at Really B house. You got gin and whiskey. Listen, you know I got gin right now. Do I need to have a swig of gin? I got a bottle sitting right over here that I can go get. David said I'm in Baltimore, so I'm good. David, all I need you to do is when I get in the area, I just need you to go get Mayor Scott, the Baltimore Mayor Scott. I just need you to have him come and just come see about me. I just need him to come over here and see about me. That's all I need, David. I just need you to go get your mayor. Tell him that I got a few questions that I need to ask him. I tell him I really need to have a meeting with him so I can ask him a few questions. Hey, Sweet Pea, what you need to bring? We'll figure that out. We got time to figure that out. We got more than enough time. Daddy say she packing the tequila to represent California. Hey, Simera, we already planning the party that's gonna be at Really B house. After the after inauguration party. So Yana say I'm gonna bring Jack and Coke and some crabs so she will let me. Yeah. Oh man, the girls are already lined up for Miss Smith. They could get behind me. The line starts behind me. David, it starts behind me. I'm mad that he cut the fro down because I loved him with the really big fro, and he cut it down. Listen. If you follow this channel, David, we had already been looking at Mayor Scott when he first got elected. We do politics over here, so we always chronicle the cute black male mayors and all of the new people in politics, the cute black men. So he was on our list. The mayor of Birmingham, the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi. It was a whole bunch of them that we were looking at. She'll stay up, trust me. You bring Haitian food, TJ. You bring in some pickles and bun and some griot. I need some griot. That's what I need. You and Nessa ain't even there here yet. When she come in, I remind her. You and Nessa can bring the Haitian food, but I need some griot, some bun, some pickles. I need all of it. You like Westmore? He cute. He is kind of cute. He kind of cute. Let me get and get my crabs at Old Bay together. Well, we're gonna need to probably freeze the crabs because you know at that point it won't be crab season. I don't think it'll be crab season in January. Another full house coming up. My favorite Family Matters will have dibs for space. Okay. Oh, Nessa says she here. Hey, Nessa. She said I was driving and couldn't say hi. Okay. Nessa says she here. Nessa says she want to order some grilled now. Oh, Nessa says she ain't cooking now. She just gonna order some. Okay, she ain't cooking that for you. Child. There's really be no y'all come. We'll let her know when we get to the tribe meet. We'll let her know we already planned this out. We already planned this out. I'm just saying. Hey, YBS Mary, bring your crabs at a bottle. Baltimore stand up. Come on, Baltimore. I said it right, Baltimore. Mayor Scott did come on the call last night. Oh, he was looking so good. He was on the call last night too. It was a good call last night. It was a great call last night. Was there anybody else that was on that call or watched it via YouTube? You can still get crabs here in January. They will be imported though. Let her know, the cleanup crew. Okay. Listen, we'll make it happen. Trust me. Guess she is not in the bush. It's not she in there. Check the private chat. Ain't nothing in the private chat. I ain't even got no private chat. You would have to have the link to be in the private chat. Oh, you mean the group, the members only chat? Hold on. Let me check the members only chat. Y'all probably done already snitched on me and the members only chat. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. Girl, let me look at this members only. Oh, y'all ain't put it. Okay, good. Y'all ain't snitched on me in the members only chat. Good. Wait, really B mentioned me in her story. What she said?
I'm always nice, really nice, not bitchy nice. You're tying my hands, but fine.
That sounds about right. That is me. You just said something in the members only chat. Wait. Oh, you talk about the post from that you said that Joy retweeted out. Or did I miss it? I met B Scott a few times. He loves Keiko's and local crab cakes here in Baltimore. Okay. I just need y'all to have Mayor Scott there waiting for me. All I need y'all people from Baltimore to do is have Mayor Scott waiting for me. Okay. Just have him over here waiting for me. That's when I get there, have him waiting for me. That's all I need. I don't need nothing else. Anyway, so listen, like I told y'all yesterday, this is not the time to be pessimistic. This is not the time to let people get you dismayed. This is not the time to let people bring you down, throw all kinds of fake news, throw all kinds of illegitimate facts out there. This is the time for us to be excited. This is the time for us to be optimistic. This is time for us to galvanize. This is our moment and our time. We cannot miss this moment and we cannot miss this time. There are those of you all that were too young to participate in the process in 2008. But you're not too young to do that now. Do not be on the wrong side of history. You want to be able to say that when the annals of time are written, when the history books are written, and they said in 2024, America elected its first not only woman president, but black woman. You want to be one of the people that can say, I was there, I voted, sure did. It was a great time, partied after it, got too drunk, got too high, or whatever the hell you get. But you want to be able to say that. No, not just Xavier. There are a lot of people in the chat. Like I know Montrez is may have been not old enough to vote during the Put a 27 in the chat if you were not old enough to vote for Barack Obama in 2008. I just want to see how many of you all put a 27 in the chat if you were not old enough in 2008 to vote for Barack Obama. So, and the other thing that I want to say is this. The other thing that I want to say is this while those people are putting that in the chat. For all of the people that have all of this, oh, you were in the 11th grade? Oh, okay. See, we got several people. You wasn't old enough for 2008 or 2012? Okay. That was your first year voting? Interesting. So when people start to tell you all of these horrible things, they start to tell you all of the reasons why Kamala won't win, shouldn't win, all of these nefarious things about her. You look at them sideways if they haven't equally told you all of the horrible things about Donald John. Because there are limitless numbers of reasons to disqualify Donald John from being in this election, reasons not to vote for him, reasons that people should be upset that he's even on the ballot. And if that same person that tells you all of these reasons that sell you this whole grocery list of reasons why Kamala Harris should not run, can't win, won't win, or all of these nefarious things in their history, in her history, and don't equally tell you the grocery list of shit that Donald John Trump has done, you don't need to talk to these people. That was your first time voting, Sharice? I mean, because people talking about Kamala Harris locking up a whole bunch of black men, which is untrue. You want to talk about the scores of black people denied housing because of Donald John Trump? Shall I remind you that left to Donald John Trump, he wanted the death penalty for those 5 young men falsely accused of raping that woman in Central Park? I'm just saying. So, right, he was buying buildings to remove black people. Thank you, Tracy. So please, sir, please, ma'am, I don't care who they are, black, white, blue, and purple. When they come to you with the fuck shit, you push back and say, you got a whole lot to say about Kamala. What do you have to say about Donald John? Please tell me. I really want to know. Because if you can give me all of these reasons why one of the most qualified candidates we've had in some time should not run and can't win, I damn sure know you have a lot to say about Donald John. Child. That was, I think we all did shed some tears in 2008. That was a beautiful memory when it was announced. It was one of those moments where you vividly remember where you were and what you were doing when you were watching television, waiting for them to announce, whether or not he won. Can you please address what me and Tracy asked you about earlier? Them folks calling Kamala a Now we touched on that earlier on that yesterday, Harold. Now, Kamala is specifically and intentionally not going to be there tomorrow when Benjamin Netanyahu goes on the floor of Congress and addresses a joint session of Congress, she will not be there. She will be at the Zeta Phi Beta um, National Boule and Convention addressing them. There are also dozens of Democrats that will not be at that joint session of Congress tomorrow either, because they don't want to support what Benjamin Netanyahu has going on. Now, I talked yesterday about the fact that she's going, if she wants to secure the young vote, she has to get from behind um, President Biden and his unfettered, unapologetic, and unabridged support of Benjamin Netanyahu. If she wants to continue to solidify the Democratic Party, the Republican Party are going to, trust me, this ain't over. They're going to pounce on that. They are going to say that she, just like Joe Biden, was someone supporting this genocide. And she's going to have to get from behind that. One of the ways she's strategically doing that is by not being there tomorrow. Now, it is being said, my first presidential election was Bush v. Gore in 2000, because in 96 I wasn't old enough. I didn't turn 18 until the next year. So my first election was Bush v. Gore in 2000. I was in college, I remember. Anyway, in Florida, my first election was a contentious one. I cast a vote in Florida. Sure did. Oh man. Anyway, so to answer your question, they are going to try to sell this. She is fully behind the genocide going on over there. And yesterday we gave out some things that she could do, some things that she can say, but her best defense to that is to stick and move. And what I mean by stick and move is do everything you can do to avoid directly speaking on that subject, because people will attach you to that. The good thing is she, even before Biden dropped out of the race, she was going on college campuses. She was being well received by young people because she was willing to listen to what they had to say and take it in. So she was already doing some of the groundwork. It was at that time to try and do some groundwork for Joe Biden. And now she can use some of that groundwork that she was already doing. She was already going to college campuses, already talking to some of these young people about what was going on there. And so I think that'll go a long way, because she was already doing the work. But she's certainly going to have to say that, listen, President Biden, we love him and we support him, and he was the president and he had his administration. I will have mine, and I have my own thoughts and stances on Israel and Hamas. She also is slated to meet with Benjamin Netanyahu privately before he leaves the country. I don't know what will be said in that conversation. I don't know if there'll be any leaks out of that conversation, but she's supposed to meet with him privately before he leaves the country. All right. So I talked about being on the call yesterday. The call was great. Like I said, in the 4+ hours, they raised $1.5 million. It was a great call. We talked about this woman yesterday. She gone. I knew yesterday she was gone, y'all. I knew yesterday she was gone. Baby, the way she got dog walked in front of Congress yesterday, from both sides. She took it from both sides, and she just didn't have the right answers. Let me tell you something, lady. Here's what leadership does, lady. What leadership does is this. You had one of the most catastrophic events for your department in the last 40 plus years. When that happens, you shut everything the fuck down. You could walk in that office the next day and say, hey, bitch, if your ass ain't out on detail directly protecting one of the person you're supposed to protect, we need your ass on this report. I need an investigation on my desk in 5 days. I don't care what the fuck you got to do. I don't care what heaven and earth you have to travel to, but in 5 days, I need a full report. I need a full report. I need to know every name. I need to know by every second exactly what happened, exactly where the failure lies, exactly who is responsible, who was involved. Because you had to know an assassination attempt on a presidential candidate is going to make you have to sit in front of fucking Congress. And for you to bring your ass in front of Congress and not have a fucking answer is the wrong answer. That's the wrong fucking answer. You're supposed to bring your ass out there and say, I absolutely have a report for you. It has already been emailed to you and your staff. You can look at it. Her only apology should have been, I apologize that I could not send it to you earlier, but we needed to make sure that we crossed all our I's and dotted all our I's and crossed all our T's and made sure that everything was fully flushed out. But that report is, everyone should have access to that report. It was sent to your staff this morning before we came here today. I'll entertain any questions you have about it because I accept full responsibility for this. This she should have said, we have already taken steps so that nothing like this ever happened. There have been people who are already in the process of, who are already on administrative leave without pay, pending further investigation on their roles in this. We take this very seriously. As a matter of fact, we are beefing up security detail for every presidential candidate. And we have also looked into and began the process of upping security detail for other government officials. See, this is how you go up in that office. You got to stop these people in their tracks. You can't come in here with the fuck shit. But the talking point now is, oh, she was the DEI hire. This is what happens when you have a DEI hire. Because I can tell you the Republicans right now have a campaign ad that's going to have her face on it. And it's going to say, how is she any different from Kamala Harris? This is what happens when you have a DEI hire. When you're forced to hire a person because of their sex, this is what happened. People die. Do you want that for your president? I'm telling you how the campaign ad is gonna go. The campaign ad is probably already coming to your inboxes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was the white women coming at her throat harder. I don't know why she thought white women would protect her. White women have proven they don't protect the goddamn person. Damn sure don't protect their own kind. White women ain't shit. Ain't been shit for a long time. But ma'am, thank you for coming. Please drive safely. Go with God. I believe this is our last Sugar Spike story of the day. Let me say this while we're in the Sugar Spike segment. If you notice, I have not done any coverage of Sonya Massey and what she has going on. And the Sonya Massey situation reminds me of the Elijah McClain situation. In that, if you remember, I purposely was trying not to cover Elijah McClain because it was so gut-wrenching for me. The senseless death that he had to face. And I've seen the videos. I've started reading up and doing all of my research, and it's so gut-wrenching to see and hear, and even watch the video of what happened to Sonya Massey, that I need some time and space myself before I bring it out here, because I need to maintain my level of professionalism because it touches me in a way, in the same way Elijah McClain did. So I'm not saying that I will not cover it, but and y'all know I cover everything. I cover all of the people, all of the things. I'm always here for it, saying somebody has to bear witness. But every now and again, and it's not any particular reason why there's always one particular case every so often that just touches me in a different way. But this is one of those ones like Elijah McClain was for me. When I would talk about the few times that I did talk about Elijah McClain on here, it took everything in me just to keep it all in and to keep it down, because that every time I talked about him just really evoked a lot of emotion out of me. So I haven't talked about the Sonya Massey situation. I am aware of it. I've seen it. I've seen the body cam footage. I've seen other videos and footage, and it is it's hard. It's hard. It's really really hard. So I do want to know that. What I will do is start to talk about those people that are out there and they are wanting to see justice. I will start to cover that angle where we are talking about the justice that needs to be served on her behalf. But certainly I don't want y'all to think that I'm not, that I'm, y'all know that's my wheelhouse. We talk about that stuff here, but that's the only reason I haven't. This is our last Sugar Spike story of the day. This is the story of a black family that had to deal with a whole lot of shit in the great state of Nebraska. Let me read this to you. The parents of a black teenager decided to move their son from a Nebraska town after learning he was exposed to a relentless racist environment at his predominantly white high school. Lee and Brittany Graham told the Lincoln Journal-Star they moved their family from California to the small town of Wayne, Nebraska in April of last year in search of a small, close-knit community. It was only shortly after they settled in that their dreams of making Wayne, Nebraska, their longtime home, soured. Soon after enrolling their son into a local high school, they learned that his new friends and classmates began racially antagonizing him. According to the Grahams, the bullying began when one student called their son the N-word. Others soon joined in and started calling him the slur daily and making offensive gestures like making monkey noises and calling him a baboon. After making the football team, he started hearing the N-word at games from players on opposing teams. The Grahams said their son told them of the bullying, but asked them not to intervene, hoping he could resolve the issues himself. However, the incident that was the final straw happened in November of last year during his PE class. He was lying on the floor after running sprints when a classmate placed a knee on his neck and asked him if he could breathe, openly mocking the dreadful way George Floyd was murdered in 2020. Quote, "Finally, our son came to us and said, I can't do this anymore. I need you to get involved. I can't live like this. It was about to break him." End of quote. And that's according to the father. The Grahams' son was only enrolled at the school for one semester. They withdrew their son from school at the start of the second semester in January of this year, and he completed the rest of the school year from home. After considering whether to enroll him in a different school, the Grahams ultimately decided to move from Wayne, Nebraska to give their son a fresh start. Quote, "It was exhausting, heartbreaking, and devastating. Watching our son and hoping our son is not permanently injured emotionally and that he can process through this." End of quote. Once again, that's from the father. I don't even need to go no further. I should probably tell you that they told the school board, and the school board didn't do a goddamn thing. Not a goddamn thing. According the superintendent, Mark Lanahan, said the district was unable to take action since there were rarely witnesses or evidence to prove the incidents actually happened. That's what the superintendent said. There was one instance when a teacher overheard the students calling um, the young man racial slurs. The teacher never reported the incident to administrators and merely decided to write the student a letter of apology. Just a mess. Just a mess. I have no desire to go to some of these places, some of these rural ass areas that don't got a lot of black people. I have no desire to go to these places. I don't have the strength or energy. There ain't enough arsenal and weaponry in the entirety of the United States military to protect me from these people. I'm just saying. We got to move on. Let's get to some pop culture. Let's get to the Olympics. Friday, the Olympics start. You should know they are passing out their requisite condoms at Olympic Village where the athletes are. These are some of the condoms that you can find in the Olympics Village because they're here for it. They already know how this is. Now, there was rumors that they were going to make the beds out of like some cardboard or something like that so as to make them not equipped to fuck on, to try to curtail people from fucking in the Olympic Village. However, you got athletes already saying, oh no, we're here for it. They doing push-ups on top of the beds just to show, oh no, the beds can hold up. Yeah, we're going to be doing this. It's going down. And so now there are condoms down to the Olympic Village if you should need them. That's what we got going on. I want one of them. I mean, what are you going to do? You in this village with a whole bunch of fine ass men and fine ass women, athletes whose bodies have been groomed and sculpted out of granite. They got a lot of hormones, testosterone, a lot of energy, a lot to get out. You think it ain't gonna be fucking? Listen, all I need is 5 minutes in the village. All I need is 5 minutes, and they'll be telling the tale of what I did for the next 500 years. That's all I need. 5 minutes. They will tell the tale of what I did in those 5 minutes for the next 500 years. I'm just trying to tell you what I know. I'm just saying. I mean, the stories of what goes down in Olympic Village are legendary. And these story goes back decades and decades and decades and decades. Maybe it's going to go down. Now, I also have the story that they're saying that Celine is scheduled. Celine is actually scheduled to sing. Where's my story? Hold on. Where's my story? I had it all. Oh, dear God. Oh, here it is. So, and this is according to TMZ. TMZ is reporting that she will perform Friday at the opening ceremonies, and that she's already been paid a lot of money. They said she's been paid $2 million for just the performance itself, and it will just be one song. They also had to pay for all of her travel expenses, which included private jets and so forth for her and her large family. There are boats that are going to be involved and other expenses. They're saying she may end up singing in front of the Eiffel Tower, but they're saying they are sparing no expense. She did say that she had been feeling quite well lately. She's been feeling really good lately, and it was looking forward to the performance. I'm looking forward to it. The last time I remember Celine performing at the Olympics was at the Atlanta Olympics when she sang "Feel the Flame." Love that song. She sang her face off. If you ain't never seen heard Celine Dion sing "Feel the Flame Forever Burn," teaching lessons we must learn at the 96 Olympics. Trying to tell you, you missing out. And that was 28 years ago. So if she does sing, I'm here for it. Hey, Catherine Powell. Y'all know we love Celine Dion around these parts. The woman can holler. The woman is one of the greatest voices of our time. Let's be clear. One of the greatest voices. of our time. So we talked yesterday about the fact that LeBronica Iman will be carrying the flag. He will be the official flag bearer for Team USA. You can see this being her last big performance. I remember that, people go out like that. I remember one of my favorite classical performers, Pavarotti. I believe his last performance was at the 2006 Winter Olympics, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody check me on that. But I know it was in 2006, just before he died. I thought that was for the Winter Olympics because he was sick at that point. He had gotten sick. And I think that was his last performance. I could see this being her last performance as well. I'll certainly be watching it. And we'll be here for all parts of it. Love us some Celine. Listen, Cajun, there will be no nefarious talk about Celine Dion. What we're not going to do is come over here and talk poorly about Celine Dion. So, I hope that, I hope she can still, do what she does and sing like she can. I remember that last performance by Luciano Pavarotti in 2006. He sang, but he wasn't his usual normal big voice self. He got through that performance and he sang, but that was his last performance. He died a few months later. So we're praying for Celine and praying that she has a great performance. Shout out to Celine. We love her. In other Olympics news, did y'all know that they were going to have competitive breakdancing for the first time in the Winter Olympics? I did not know that. Nobody told me. They got competitive breakdancing for the first year in the Summer Olympics. Interesting. Y'all can find a way to get competitive breakdancing in there, but y'all can't find a way to get American football in there. I'm just saying. Next thing you know, they're going to have competitive fucking in the Olympics. Where's that event? Can we get a competitive fellatio in the Olympics? Competitive cunnilingus in the Olympics? Competitive ass eating in the Olympics? Competitive coitus? I'm just saying. I got a couple people. Oh, that event is down to the Olympic Village. That's why they got the condoms. I got you, Elsie. You know what? I'm with you when you're right, Elsie. You're right. They already have it. It's down to the Olympic Village. I'm just saying. I would take the gold medal. Sure would. I'd be like Usain Bolt. Have several gold medals. You say American football will make its way there? Right, Harold. Don't we want to see it? Because the girls have been training their whole lives for it. Some of the girls have been training their whole lives for competitive fellatio. David said you can sign him up if they have these events. He's here for it. Which one? The fellatio or the ass eating? Which one you signing up for, David? We just want to know. Ciao. But anyway, they have competitive breakdancing down here. Y'all can go on over there and watch it, okay? Y'all know I'm black. What am I going to be watching? I'm going to be watching Simone Biles in the gymnastics, okay? And the U.S. Gymnastics team. Also, what's my boy name? The black boy who's the male gymnast. I'm not just going to be watching Simone Biles, but there's the black boy. He's oh God, it's the black boy. He's a gymnast. He's on the U.S. team. Oh man, what's his name? Black male gymnast. Okay, his name is Fred Richard. So he's slated. That it said that he could possibly take the gold in the men's overall. So we're looking for Simone Biles, Fred Richard. We root for everybody black. Of course, we looking for Noah Lyles, Sha'Carri Richards in the track and field. Black people, we gonna watch us some track and field. Now, if we don't watch nothing else, we gonna watch track and field. We gonna watch basketball. You know what I'm saying? I would watch. I'm going to watch tennis. I am. But I have a lot of events that I watch, but I'm here for it. Okay, I'm here for all of it. Anyway, I be trying to see who gonna outdo who in the opening ceremonies. To this day, I still have not seen a better opening ceremony than what they had down there to Beijing in the year of our Lord 2008. Them Beijing opening ceremonies was a sight to see. Baby, listen, the way they was hazing them people to make them do all of them things they was doing, I was in amazement. I said, these people got to be getting beat. They got to be getting stoned or something if they mess up. The way, listen, that shit was flawless. So I like to watch opening ceremonies so you can learn a little history of that country, and see what they're going to put in there. And I always like to see who they're going to have carry like the cauldron. We love us some track and field watching the meat go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. When you watch a track and field, that's what we be watching. We be looking to see the meat go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And then when they do the replay and they do it in slow motion, and you could watch the meat shift left, right in slow motion. The shit is hypnotizing. Do you hear me? Hypnotizing. Girl, hey, lovely 31 Blueprint. Let me move on. Y'all's girls is in the news. Now I know my girl Really B will probably spend some time on this. So I'm gonna let her do her big one on this one. I'm just gonna hit it and quit it. I'm gonna do this real fast. Kenya Moore says she's doing her Effie White. She says you're gonna love me. She says, and I'm telling you, I'm not going. You're the best show I've ever known. There's no way I can ever go. No way. No way. I'm living without you. That's what she said. Because she said she ain't leaving. She's not leaving. She said she took to Instagram and she said, quote, we're definitely going to stay positive. There's so many positive things happening. I can't ever speak on things until they're coming out. Trust me, there will be so much more of me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to stay. End of quote. Now, people are taking that to mean that she said that she allegedly may or may not really be fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't give a damn at this point. Throw the whole goddamn show away. This shit has been a train wreck for the last 3 seasons. Plus. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Throw the whole season away. Nobody, we already didn't like you, lady. We did not like you. We didn't see it for you. We were not rooting for you. We didn't care about you. And now that you're gone, we didn't care about the show when you were on it. We don't care about the show now that you're gone. Throw the whole damn show away. Go the fuck away from us, Kenya Moore. Please. You say she must have a Lifetime movie. I don't know what the hell she got. But what I do know is she need to get away from us. Since she doing her Effie White big one, I just want to say, Effie, we all got pain. Okay? We all got pain, Effie. Get away from us. You're going. That's it. Lay off, Effie. Just take the money and go. Cool it, Effie. This time you know what you done. I said, cool it, Effie. This time you're going too far. I'm just saying, Effie. Effie, we all got pain. It's just ridiculous at this point. Why are we still talking about this train wreck of a show? Girl, hey, Birdie Raves. Child. But she doing her Effie White big one. She say she ain't got I can see her saying, try mister. You know the part when she say try mister. Child, girl, we'll care. She over there screaming, "Now you're lying, you're lying. I never been so thin." Really, Effie. Ciao. Anyway, ma'am, go with God. Lupe Fiasco is in my timeline in the dossier for some reasons that you might like to know. So he went over there down to the Joe Budden podcast, and they got into some interesting conversation. Part of the conversation drifted into masturbation. And so, I mean, they talked about they were talking about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, and then from out of nowhere, the conversation just went left, and they got into talking about adult content and porn. And Lupe says, "Quote, where is the porn on Twitter? Because I can't find it." End of quote. He then asked somebody else on the broadcast later on in the broadcast about it, about what kind of porn that they like to watch. And I'm sorry, he was asked by somebody else on the broadcast about what kind of porn he likes to watch. And he said, quote, "I've evolved over time. You start with the light shit, then eventually you get bored with the light shit and start dipping into." I got some VR glasses for my birthday, and a couple years ago, I got some VR glasses for my birthday a couple years ago. So they are purely porn glasses at this point. He then went on to tell, and that's an end of quote. He then went on to tell us how he loves to use condoms when he masturbates so as to avoid making a mess. When asked if he preferred to masturbate with a condom, he said, "It depends. If you're smart, you should be using a condom too." End of quote. Joe Budden seemed to be quite enamored with this. He seemed to take such a liking to this. He was wanted all parts of how this masturbation goes on. He says, quote, "Wait, hold up, man. That was some of the most intelligent porn shit I've ever heard. What's the theory behind that?" End of quote. This is what y'all got going on. This is what y'all got going on. I mean, this is what y'all got going on. I don't know what y'all want from me. I don't know what y'all want from me. Oh my God. Well, when after Joe Budden asks him that, Lupe Fiasco then says, quote, "Because you're efficient, you're clean. You like, fuck, I don't want to bust all over my fucking room, and you don't want to stop and have to aim. Like if it was a paper towel or something like that, it serves the same function as a sock to that to kind of contain. But then you fuck up the socks and you gotta wash them. But you know condoms are cheap. You can get a box of them for like $15. So go crazy." Joe Budden, end of quote. Joe Budden then interjects, "I've never heard no shit like that." End of quote. I don't know what y'all want from me. Right, friend? They about to go into a whole circle jerk. I might want. Well, I don't want to see Joe Button. We've already seen your meet Joe Button, and you don't have a lot going on down there. So I don't even want no parts of what you got going on, and your little ass dick over there, Joe Button. But if we're going to do a whole circle jerk, I mean, I'd like to see what's going on down there. Lupe, just saying. Like, are we really back in like ninth grade talking about using socks to jack off in? Like, really? Newsflash for any mothers out there with teenage sons: if you picked up his socks off the floor, you picked up an abortion clinic off the floor. I'm just telling you what I know. The amount of children that have been, killed in those socks, dear God above. But right, in a real crunchy, like you could break them in half. We don't have this kind of time. We got to get over to Really Be for the tribe meet so we can let her know that we get ready to come over house for the inauguration. Circle with God. Jack off with pride with your condoms on. Is it Magnums? Is it Magnum to XL? I'm just saying. I mean, I want to know if it's regular, if it's Magnums, or if it's the Magnum XLs. I just want to know. Anyway, go with God. Your son just turned 12. Baby, don't pick up none of his socks. Don't pick up no random socks off the floor. Don't pick up no random hand towels or washcloths off the floor. But just don't pick up nothing off the floor. If it's a piece of clothing, don't pick it up off the floor. You make him pick it all up. I'm just telling you what I know, Fran. I'm just telling you what I know. You don't think Lupe got a big one? I don't think he do either. He don't give me that. Don't make us late. Listen, Cajun, don't be going over there trying to snitch on me. First of all, I can't be snitched on. Who gonna check me? I never use socks either. Just saying. Now, I ran through some toilet paper in the bathroom. When you grow up in a big family and you don't have no privacy and you don't have your own room, you just wait till you go take a shower. You do it in there and you got toilet paper to clean it up with. See how that works? Because I used to run through some toilet paper now. Just saying. In our last story of the day, it's being reported that Zendaya had a fallout with Sam Levinson, the director of Euphoria, and that's what's been the real delay on the show. There's been a recent report that's claiming that there's a lot of ongoing tension between Zendaya and Sam Levinson, and that's really causing the issues. And then when Sam Levinson went and started doing that show, The Idol, Zendaya really took that as disrespect and was like, well, girl, fuck you and fuck your life. I don't know. I do watch Euphoria. I was waiting for a season 3, but we ain't gonna never get none. We ain't never gonna get no season 3. I'm just saying. We ain't never gonna get one. We ain't never gonna get her none at all. Child. Your husband told you what to look for, y'all. Child, I'm trying to tell you what I know. Zendaya, you got enough money. You got enough roles. You got enough. You're a star. I'm not going to even say a rising star. You are a star in Hollywood. You don't need that white man and his money. Ma'am, go get you some other stuff. You'll be fine. Zendaya will be fine. And I'm sure Sam Levinson will be fine too. You ain't got to put up with that shit. You go on. We love you, girl. That's all we got. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all today. Cause yeah. I was supposed to do the story on Tyga being accused of sex with this 13, well, not sex, but being in a hot tub with the 13-year-old. But we can wait on that. We got to get over to Really Be. What time Really Be live set up for? Let me see. What time she got her live set up for? And y'all better not go over there. Y'all can go over there and y'all can let her know that we've already planned the big inauguration party that we're gonna have to our house after we leave the inauguration. You can go over there and tell her that. I'm just saying. You can absolutely go over there. Well, I don't even see no live set up for her. So did I miss something? Do really be have a live set up? I'm not saying she acting like a diva, but there is tension there. I don't know all of the details to say she's acting like a diva. It was raining cows and marsupials. Oh, Janae, yeah, you late, Janae. We done had a good time today. Girl, they been talking about people masturbating in the condoms and all kinds of shit over here, Janae. They just talking about idiot everything over here. Child. Yeah. Anyway, let me see. Who is texting me? God. Anyway, I was supposed to do that. I sure was supposed to do that. We was going 35 on the interstate. Could barely see. Oh. Anyway, y'all, we about to get out of here. I hope y'all enjoy yourself today. Did you enjoy yourself today? We done had a great last few lives for the last week or so. Hopefully they're making up for me not doing silly Saturdays because my weekends are so busy, y'all. I literally do not have a free weekend until October. Oh, so Cams, you just gonna sit your ass in the goddamn bushes and not come up and say hi to your fiance? That's how you do it? I still love you, but you ain't got to do me like that. You ain't supposed to be doing me all right like that. Yeah. Anyway, we about to get out of here, y'all. As I always say, I love y'all. I love all y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged. They're much appreciated. Just understand that we try to be, and I'm going to say this before I get out. I try to be respectful of you, your time, and your energy and your attention, especially when it comes to things involving your life, like this politics and a lot of stuff going on with this country. I try not to bring y'all stuff that is not well researched, not fact based. I try to make sure that I come to y'all with stuff that I know is vetted and real and true. That's what separates us from these people that's just, pulling from headlines and just reading what they saw of a headline or just, screaming talking points that they heard real quick on CNN. Anyway, having a beef with her. Oh, her and La Rocha having beef? Interesting. I didn't know that. I think I did know that. I don't remember because La Roche has been dressing her for years now before she was anything. So, well, thank you, L Love. Thank you so much. But we do put a lot of work and time into making sure that when we bring you information that we vet it out and get you the best and most up to date information that we can. Like I said to you all earlier, stay encouraged. Don't let people discourage you. Don't let people feed you talking points or make you or disillusion you or make you feel like your vote doesn't matter or this can't happen. This can happen. This is our moment. So anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time. Thank y'all for coming. Hey, green girl. Y'all drive safely. We out. Love y'all.